One makes a really good, matter of fact, the Coda 56 is a really good modem, and it is approved by Xfinity. The problem is there's no Wi-Fi, and if you get your voice through it, there's no voice. So you'd end up having to pay for two different routers. Okay. Now, Motorola actually has one that does have Wi-Fi. It is Wi-Fi 6 plus, Wi-Fi 7-ish. The MG8702. I would not recommend the MT7711, primarily because the security within the 8702 is better. Now, hmm, let me see right quick. So you can actually buy the Eris surfboard motor, I mean, not motor, but modem that Spectrum uses. It is DOCSIS 3.1, so it's actually probably better. It has two 1 gig ports, and it does have uh, it is able to handle up to 2.0 gigs, not necessarily 2.5. I am personally a fan of the 2.5 gig modems. If you can get those speeds, I don't know if your area or um, Xfinity has access to those. Now, in the off chance you can't, there is a combination I would recommend. And that is the Hytron Coda 56, Coda 56 with a TP-Link 1800. If you don't have if you're only on gigabit internet, you can actually get away with this combination. If you're on 2.5 gigabit internet, up to 3 gig, you can get away with this combination. If you're on 8 gig internet, my recommendation would change. Okay? So, when it comes to a router, a TP-Link AX 1800 is a great router. I actually have an older 1800 sitting behind me that was retired so that I can get the BE 3600. Okay? The 1800 handles gigabit very well. Okay? If you're running speeds faster than gigabit, you are going to want a faster router. The one I got, which is the BE 3600, there's $86 for the sale, and that's how much I actually spend on it. So yeah, it's a little bit more, but it offers Wi-Fi 7, allows for dual 2.5 gigabit throughput, so 2.5 coming in and 2.5 going out, and it has three additional 1 gig ports. Okay, not 1 gig combined; it's 1 gig each that you have on this router. I'm currently on it right now as I stream. It is solid. Um, that's literally my sales point on. I'm personally using this particular router, and here's what I was saying about the 2.5 throughput. You have 2.5 coming in and one port dedicated 2.5 going out. Now, when it comes to your cable modem, Itron Coda 56 is a great modem. A lot of them are renewed Eris modems. Okay? And I'm saying this straight up. Itron does make new Coda 56. But a lot of these Hytron modems are really Eris modems. Okay? And if you get one that actually has Wi-Fi built into it, the Coda 56 does not. But you can combine this gigabit router up to 2.5 gig max speeds, mind you, with a great Wi-Fi router, and you're set up for days, for years, depending upon how you want to proceed. Now, if you want a TP-Link DOCSIS cable modem, very specifically, the TC7610 is good. Unfortunately, this is once again not a Wi-Fi rated modem, and most of them can only be found used. Now, if you want something that's DOCSIS 3.0 under Netgear, the CM600 is good. Up to gigabit speeds. Okay? Up to gigabit speeds. I cannot say that if you're on gigabit, then fine, this will work perfectly for you. But if you're on anything higher than gig speeds, you probably want to get an Era surfboard. Okay? Era surfboards do take up to 2 gig input. Okay? 2 gig throughput. Most of the Eris modems are DOCSIS 3.1 now. The one that they sent you from Xfinity, Cox, Spectrum, whatever name they go by in your area, Xfinity, is probably much like this one. You have your speed coming in by your coax, and you have 2 Ethernet ports to use. Now, can you go higher? Yeah. But then you're looking at more money. The highest I would go with a surfboard is 160. Okay. And this is me being as honest as possible. Okay. And I'm gonna watch out for price drops because the G18 is a great modem if you have gigabit. It can take up to 2.5 input, but you're not gonna see 2.5. That's just straight up. You're not gonna see 2.5. Okay. So that's why I was saying the Era surfboard SB 8200 is gonna be your bet if you're gonna want to get a modem. Yeah, so you would still need a modem. So here's the thing: the TP-Link router does not take the coax coming from um, it does not take the coax coming from Xfinity and transmit it out. Okay, the TP-Link router itself takes the signal coming off of the modem and pushes it out to all the anything connected to the internet. So with this router, you would still need a modem, which is why I was saying something like the Coda 56. This is a refurbished DOCSIS modem that actually runs really good when it comes to speeds. And it's basically a refurb of an Eris modem. So that's me personally what I would do. And I can drop the links for that directly in chat for you because, you know, it gives you options to look at. Um, and I'll also drop the Eris modem option in chat because here's the thing: the options I'm recommending still don't beat getting something that's directly recommended by Xfinity. So the other thing you need to know is once you go down this route, Xfinity will no longer offer you any sort of tech support. And I did that wrong. That plus sign does not go at the end of that. There we go. So those three links are the three items that I would recommend you. Okay. Um, you will need one of the modems, one of the two modems that I'm recommending. The Eris brand new one, I can drop you a link for it also. It's more expensive. And not gonna lie, you're probably, let me take that plus sign off of that because it's not supposed to have a plus sign. There we go. Um, I keep fat fingering the plus sign, but you're gonna get better use out of the Coda 56. And this is just being straight up. The Coda 56 plus your TP-Link router is gonna be the connectivity method that I would recommend. Now, if you just want to get the router and you don't want to replace the modem, there is something that you can do inside of the Xfinity router. The Xfinity router has a reset time built into it, and you can go into the admin console for it and turn it off. Unless they've locked it down since I last played with one. Now, if that with a grain of salt, like I said, I last played with Xfinity 5 years ago when I finally got off of Xfinity, or as it's called here in the Austin area, Spectrum. I had Xfinity when I lived in the Houston area, so it's the same people, same headache. But oh, and thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it, Sideways Games. Uh, I never used their modem for long periods of time. I actually took myself off of it and started using my own. Even now, I have Google Fiber. I'm using Google Fiber's modem, even though it offers Wi-Fi. It's 3.1. It offers all the securities and everything. I've actually researched Google Fiber's modem, and it's actually really good. But I still use my TP Link EE30.